And blue sky. Okay, so where we left off, with your hands just here in front of the upper dantian, one full circle, then go into the first part of movement 2, please. Hands down, up, lift the sky, sink, lift the sky, lift heels. Nice and gently, really slowly, controlled, knowing that the heels are going to come up, so you're just going to have to be aware of your balance, bringing the weight of your body across the entirety of the front of the balls of your feet. And remember, not too high. Wonderful, good, good. Okay, relax your arms. So from here, so the movement 2 is upper arm heavy movement. So it's just going to, rather than giving in saying I can't do the movement, it's a case of how can I do this movement so my shoulders aren't hurting me. And more often than not, it's just a case of releasing, being conscious that you're holding this tension here and the shoulders are up and go, oh okay, doesn't feel so bad now. Okay, so it's just bringing your awareness to your shoulders all the time to lower your shoulders. Okay, so when you feel like, oh, this is really burning, there is going to be a part of it that you are opening up, and this movement does engage the upper half of the body evidently, so it's going to strain a little bit, but just drop the shoulders as your hands come down, you sink down, your shoulders also sink. And then when you come up, so make it just a hand movement rather than a shoulder, engage your shoulders, so let your shoulders just be as natural as possible. So from here, we're going to, sorry, easier said than done, yeah. So from here, we're going to the spiraling body. And the spiraling body is to create a gentle twist, a gentle corkscrew type of shape through your body, but be careful of your knees, okay? So your knees, when we do this, don't buckle, they don't turn. As always, your knees stay in line with your toes. So when you slowly start to turn your body, which we're going to do now without the arms, bring your awareness to your knees. I'd like you just to hold your knees, please. Kneecaps, hands on kneecaps, look at your toes, are they in line? All good? Everyone got the kneecaps? Good. Okay, so turn, if we stand up, turn the body from your lower dantian. Doesn't matter which side you go, left or right at this stage. Turn, and as you turn, you're going to feel your thighs engage, and then you're going to feel your knees want to turn as well. Don't let your knees strain or turn inwards. Okay, so turn from your lower dantian, the control center. Doesn't matter which side you go, keep your spine nice and long so you're pivoting around this post still that we spoke about right at the beginning. Knees. So what you might well find is so if I turn to my left, my right knee travels forward a little bit. That's fine. Okay, it does not too much, but that's absolutely fine for it to go backwards and forwards like pistons, but not buckle inwards. Okay, so from lower dantian you turn, feel your other side, your knee go forward, the other knee comes back a little without locking, then turn up through your torso, just turn nice and gently so you get this corkscrew effect, and you turn until if you can, you look to 90 degrees. You don't have to go there. If you can't get there, then you don't go there, but that's maximum. You don't want to go past 90 degrees. You're not looking to look behind you. Okay, then slowly come back to the center, go to the other side. Really slowly, work with your knees first. Lower danjian, turn, and look 90 degrees the other side, and then come back. And then without pausing in the middle, slowly rotate from one side to the other and being really conscious of your knees. I know I keep mentioning knees, 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 but it's important that we don't just think, oh, it's all right, I'm just going to twist my knee in. We're going to damage the knees if we over twist, and by doing this exercise, training our knees to move backwards and forwards, it's going to strengthen the knees rather than weakening them. So I'm going to come round, check everyone's knees out. Right, you don't have to put any more weight in that leg, that your knee that's going to. So keep pivoting around that central pole so you're straight. Okay, you're pivoting around the pole hasn't moved. Yeah, I know, yeah. That's good. Yeah, cool. So right hand knee's good, left hand knee's going in a little bit. That's going, yes, it's not, yeah, it's going in. Your right hand knee's strong, but your left knee's buckling just a little bit. It would, yeah, it might just be it's not as open, so when the body's fully connected, there you go. So, yeah, it doesn't want to, yeah, so just be careful of the knee there. So what would, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so you let your knees be the guide to where you can move to, where you can turn. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's good, Kit. Okay. Widen your stance just a little bit more. That's it. Okay. Right, carry on. Soften your knees a bit more. That's it. Okay. That's better. Yeah, much better. Okay. So make sure you haven't got...
just stay there?
Yeah, all the time. Okay, so don't bend into your knee a bit too much, because what's happening then, Joe, is this. Let me show you.
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, your whole body's moving. So keep nice and straight. That's it. That's better. Good. Cool. And narrow your stance a little bit, Liz. Bring your feet a bit in a little bit more. Good, good. Do you mind me touching your knees?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Do the movement. Okay. So soften your knees. Sink into your knees a little bit more. Okay. Good. Better. Nice and slowly, 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 slowly. That's better. So stance your feet underneath your hips. Bend your knees to begin with, and then they're not going to buckle in. That's better.
Better?
Much better. Yeah. Okay. Carry on. I just can't see through your trousers. Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, you don't need to put your weight or bend into this knee anymore, this one here. So when you turn that way, you don't need to go into this knee. You just, it can go forward, but don't put your weight into it.
Do you think I'm putting my weight
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it? I see.
yeah.
I
So I
see.
can, you're going, your body's doing this into your leg.
Okay.
So keep pivoting around the central pole. Pretend you've
I
got this
see.
pole and you're pivoting around it.
Whereas I'm going into my knees.
Yeah. That's better. Yeah, good.
What about that one?
Yeah, that's better. Straight.
Oh, that's interesting. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the other way.
Okay, really good. So what we're looking for is like a full body connection. When the body turns, we just feel this connection. And what you might well feel now you've got your knees in good placement is that when you turn, notice what's happening to the soles of your feet. So carry on doing the movement. Don't worry about the arms yet. Turn relax your body into the movement so you're not rigid, nice and soft, Wu Chi, turn. And as you turn, just notice what happens. Speak to me. What's happening to your feet as you turn? What can you feel? Gripping. It's like it's gripping, yeah. So as you turn, what you're feeling is that gripping. You might feel that your feet are gently gripping and just turning into the ground a little. Can you feel that? It's subtle. If you can't feel it, it probably means that you're too tight in your lower back. Soften your thighs. Allow yourself just to do this turn and notice what's happening with your feet too now. Can you feel that gentle gripping? And it's subtle.
It feels like the weight is massaging all of the bits of the
Yeah, yes, there's this subtle movement or this subtle sort of turning in the soles of your feet. So this is you connecting your soft tissue of your body, whereas before we might not have noticed that, but this very gentle movement, well actually when we do this movement and we're aware of it, it's actually moving every single part of our body, right from the top to the bottom. And we're linked. So what we do with our feet relates to what happens in our neck. So if you wear high heels all the time, Floyd, if you wear high heels all the time and you enclose your feet with really bad shoes, which we're all learning now these days, that, you know, constraining your feet and wearing heels, for instance, is so bad for not just your ankles, but your whole body. So the more you can let your feet relax and go. I mean, I like these shoes because I've got quite wide feet. These are still a bit narrow for me. I tend to wear what Ian's got on. I've actually got those shoes. I think he's stolen mine, but you know, they're are they Vivos? Yeah, they're just so spacious. It just feels like you're always got bare foot, which is such a lovely. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm trying to share with you is that you are all connected, and just by doing a movement that's so simple, this is gently twisting the body. And remember, what we're trying to achieve are these gentle and sometimes a little bit more defined twists, wringing out of the body. And when you're wringing out, it's like a sponge. You're wringing out all the gunk and junk that's held up in our soft tissue, and it's the release with the rest of the movement that allows it to absorb all the nutrients that we have created by moving, that it's reabsorbing. Okay, so it's that gentle twisting effect is what we're looking for through our movement. That's how we really work with the soft tissue when we're doing our Qigong. Gentle twisting. So now, try. Yes, yeah. So long as it's that sensation and you're not transferring weight, that's the right feeling around it. So, yeah. So when you turn, so if I turn to my right, I feel that the screwing effect goes down through my left a little bit more, but I'm not putting my weight in my left. Yeah, that's the right way around it. Yeah, and then as you go to your left, it's the opposite. You should feel the screw effect go down. It's happening to the other side, but it's more defined. Yeah, but make sure that when you're doing this movement, you're pivoting around your post, your pole. That will keep your spine nice and straight. Okay. So now we're going to do this with the arms above our head, if you're comfortable to. So from the previous movement, let's do one lifting the sky up. Down, do another with lifting heels. That's really weird doing that with clouds moving. If you look up, it's a little bit. Okay, now with your hands above your head still, do exactly as you've done with your body that we've just done. Keep your knees aligned, gently twist. Now you might well feel this in your back a bit more, so careful, Floyd, with the arms up, because your arms are connected all the way down through your back.
The arms aren't going up.
No, we just keep the arms nice and relaxed. Watch your shoulders. Remember, soften the shoulders. No arching back. And just gently twist left to right. You may well notice, you tell me, where do you feel the extra tension, the twisting now, when you turn? Ribs, sides. It's going to be different for all of us. The front, for me, it's underneath my shoulder blades. It's when I turn, it's the point here, and I think, oh, there you go, right underneath. And that's a place that really gets locked with lots of people, underneath the shoulder blades. Here.
Are we still keeping the tension here?
Yeah, because your arms are bent, so if you can, yeah. Drop your shoulders though. There you go. So if you want to keep the tension with your arms here, which is ideal because that tension is essentially working with the meridians. Don't create the tension by lifting your shoulders, create the tension by lifting your hands, whether it's above you or in front of you. So do that for a couple of minutes yourselves. Obviously lower your arms, give them a shake out when you need to. Watch your knees, make sure your knees don't buckle in. No. Was it? Okay. So put more layers on, it will get hotter. Ideally above if you can. Yeah, but only if it doesn't strain you. Okay, your right knee's good, your left knee's misbehaving when you turn to your right. Okay, you're like Sue. Yeah, that's good. Good, so you should feel this gentle corkscrewing effect through the soles of your feet all the way up to some part of your upper part of the body, and it's going to be different. Each time you do this it will be different as well. But connect with that. Don't just do the movement without connecting with what's happening in your body. Okay, who's got suntan lotion? It's lovely, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? That's it, everyone starts stripping now. Okay, any questions? Okay, I'd like you to have a shake out, please. If you've just eaten, not shake out too much. Okay, please remember to work well within your 70% when doing that. And don't be shy of doing it if you have got aches and pains. Actually, I encourage you to move when you've got aches and pains. You know, because I've suffered with my back, you know, for predominantly all my life, I used to remember the first doctors I saw was like, lay on something as hard as you can and don't move. That's the worst advice you can possibly give anyone when you any problems. You know, now if you go and have a hip replacement, they want you out and walking as soon as possible. Knees as well. Back problems, we have this tendency to want to protect ourselves and not move, and this happens. As soon as you've done this for a couple of hours, you've got so much more work to undo. So try, you know, just a gentle shake to get you out of it. Okay, listen to your body. And the essential thing is to breathe. You have a spasm or something happen, breathe through it. Breathe, exhale, and bring your mind to where you're hurting most, and exhale from that space. Soften it with the exhale. Okay, any questions on the spiraling body? Okay, so from the end of movement 1 here, into movement 2, lifting the sky, 3 of, and then 3 turns both sides, so 3 to your left, then 3 to your right. Happy? Do you need me? No, good answer, right answer. Okay, so hands, start off upper dantian. I'll guide you through it verbally, but I want you to just try. If you go wrong, it doesn't matter. That's where you learn. When you go wrong, then you think, oh, that's where I need to remember. So it's not a test, it's for you just to remember. Okay, so hands upper dantian. Do your circles out in front of you. 3 of those. Nice and slowly. Good, and on the next one, you don't let the body come down, just let the hands come down parallel with the ground. Just feel those lines of tension. Good, straight body, tuck your chin in a little. Fabulous, right, let your hands float up to the height that you're comfortable with. Good, then lift the sky. Time the lifting of your heel. Bring your weight to the balls of your feet, right across the balls of your feet. Good, and then bring your hands down, keep them above your head, but bring them down. Spiral to one side, make sure you don't overdo this really quickly. Connect with the movement, connect with the corkscrew of the body. Breathe out as you're twisting, breathe back into the center. So you'll notice that the movement's super slow now because you're doing it with your breath. Connect with that twisting, feel it through your body. Then you'll make your small adjustments. There you go, well done. Come back to the center, lower your arms really gently, slowly, slowly, slowly. Yeah. Good, okay. Happy? Any questions?
So in order to not push and not unintentionally push into the knees, do you try and take your attention away from your knees a bit and into your feet and down? Just thinking, how will I remember that I'm not doing the habit of pushing into my knees?
I think for me it would be to remember my pole. So if I've got this pole that's keeping me upright, if I keep pivoting around that pole, then I'm not going to move my body, which is then what's going to happen is so if I just keep that pole and I pivot around it, then you won't be able to sink down into it because that means you've broken the pole. So that's what I would do, is think about the pole. And that pole always then keeps you connected to heaven and earth. Okay, so it's actually called what we call the Hun-Wan post. The Hun-Wan post. So it's not just me creating the imagery, it's actually a thing to connect you with the San Jiao, the 3 treasures. Okay, so more upper body. Cool, you're going to feel this tonight. So it's really important. I mean, so often we avoid the things that are challenging for us, and we learn subconsciously to do them through our body, and we don't therefore move the parts of the body that will then cause us problems. So how many of you have ever had, a knot here underneath your shoulder blade? How painful is it? I mean, it takes your breath away. Yeah, and so our shoulder blades should glide over our rib cage. That's what they should do. But if we don't actively engage with the shoulder blade and do what we're doing, like these exercises and like the ones, the bamboo body that I told you earlier on, then it's the movement that hydrates the body. So if you don't move a certain part of the body, it starts to become dehydrated, and then it starts to stick and glue together. And then when you try and move your shoulder blade, well, it's moving your entire body because it's not sliding over your rib cage. And then so just a simple action to do that, this happens. Then you start putting pressures everywhere else in your body which weren't meant to have pressure on. So these type of exercises, they might be challenging for you, and they're challenging because we've got restricted movement here over time.
So when I'm doing that lifting the sky, there's a lot of tension building up.
Yeah.
Is that because is that meant to happen?
Tensions, we've all got tension. I've got tension doing it. But in time, what we're doing is to learn how to do the movement and use our breath to release that tension as we exhale. We're exhaling, we're melting that tension. Okay, and so we're learning how to work with exhale when you come back down.
Breathing
Breath, 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 breath.
out when you're going up.
Now breathe out as you come down. If you've got building tension, exhale and drop everything with your exhale. In and then out. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If I'm asking you to move your weight and lift your heels up off the ground, all of a sudden it's like, oh, geez, it's like being on a tightrope. Everything else we lose. Well, we just need to open up all our systems and not tense up and just relax, which is why we only do it just a tiny bit. Other reason why we lift the heels up off the ground as well, it helps to the earth chi to rise through the balls of your feet. Yong Xuan. So there's an energetic purpose to it as well, not just the balance, but energetically you're encouraging chi to come up. Okay, so we've done lifting the sky and we've done spiraling. The third part of movement 2 is one that you're familiar with, which is the rainbow dance. I'm just going to do one each side at the moment. So as my hands come back to the center, I'm going to decide which way I'm going to create a wider stance. I can either go out with my left foot or go out with my right. What I recommend you do is that more often you do this is alternate it, so it's not always the same way, but you just slosh, so you sink your weight into one side, soften that knee, engage your thigh, and then I pick up my heel. So I do this, so it's not just a case of taking my foot out, which I can do. I want to do it step by step. So I sink, lift my heel up, and as my foot goes out, my hands turn as well. Whichever foot goes out, that's the way my hands go out too. So when you've got bow stance, your feet don't have to be parallel. You can have your feet slightly out on the angle, okay? So I would like you to practice that, so we don't have to do the arms just now. So feet where we left off, which should be parallel underneath your hips. Choose which side you want to slosh to. So go to that side. When I say slosh, that means you're bringing your weight, 70% of your weight, but as you do that, you sink a little bit into your kwa. Okay, so your weight goes down through the leg, so you're not the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You're not top heavy with your shoulder. Your weight's gone right through that side of the body and it's in your thigh. Then pick up your other heel, your light leg, step out and bring your weight back into the center. Toe down first, yeah, then heel. Okay, now bring your weight back into your original weight bearing leg, pick your heel up of your other foot and come back for a hip width stance. So look where you're bringing your foot and then do it the other side. So transfer your weight, slosh, sink, heel up, widen the stance, center, then back again, reverse that movement. Okay, it's really important when you reverse the movement, you're coming back to your stance because the rest of the form, you might be a bit lopsided. So it's worthwhile checking until you slowly get your muscle memory built in. So I'd like you to do that a few times now, really slowly. Shift weight, sink weight, lift your light heel up, toe, heel, center. Go back, slosh, heel up, look, center. Now the other side, slosh, sink. When you sink, remember you're sinking into the kwa. Here, knee bends, engage that buttock, that sit bone here. Good, and just practice that for a few minutes, going from left to right in a really controlled way, breaking it down, breaking your weight, the way you lift your foot, your heel, place your toe down to your heel. Everything's done mindfully. Yeah. So when you come back, so look down, make sure your feet don't come too narrow or too wide. Okay, so this is why we do it practice just this little bit by itself, because otherwise what we find out is we end up doing this, I'll go too wide, so next time I try and get it out, it has to be a bit of a hoik. Okay, so not just find it, that's better, that looks more comfortable, but you've got to find it within yourself, what's your comfortable width. You don't want to go too wide. You need to widen your stance, but you don't want to go too wide. So make sure that you're finding your own comfortable width. And obviously we're all different shapes and sizes and heights. My width is probably going to be a lot different to many of you because I'm quite tall. But if you've got a bad back, you might not want to widen too much because it's straining your back. So you listen to your body. What's comfortable for you?
Or do you put your foot up and then lean?
Slosh, weight first.
Weight first.
Make that light. Now lift, that's it. Yeah. Then it's free. You can do what you want with it then. Okay. Happy? Again, it's just muscle memory, and it's about practices, and you will in time find what distance, and that might well change depending on when you're practicing. So, hands have come up because we've done the spiraling. Then palms turn so your fingers are facing upwards. Okay, I'm going to do this so we can all do this together. I'm going to take my weight to my right hand side, sink, lift up my left heel, and as I take my left foot out now for my wider stance, my hands and my head are going to turn in that same direction. Okay, so if you hold this posture here, your weight should still be in your right leg, and you should feel a lengthening coming up the right hand side of your body. It's working so that your body's working on the right hand side now. Do you feel that? I'm a bit deaf because it's cold, so I need you just to speak up. Okay, then come back to the center really slowly so your weight comes back to the center and your hands come above you. Look forward. So now you should be fully centered. Relax your shoulders. Okay, now I'm going to sink into my left quad now, slosh into the left hand side. My left hand faces the crown of my head. My right hand and arm drop, and I look to the right now. And now my body's working on the left hand side. Come back to the center. Sorry, we're going to get there in a sec yet. So make sure you've got your weight is, so if you're on the right, you're sinking in your weight's in your right leg. 70% of your weight is in the right leg. Come to the center, 50-50. Then you'll lift that elbow up. That's it. Sorry? No, no, once you're here, you're there. Yeah, it's learning how to, I mean, it's only once you do that and until you come back, but it's doing it correctly. No, that's good. That's fine. No, that's good. As long as you're not putting pressure in the outer knee, the side here. Okay, how are your thighs doing? They're shaking yet? Yeah? Soft knee, yeah. Not necessarily, no. You can have it out, yeah. Okay, good. Relax yourselves, please. It's amazing, isn't it? Just what looks so subtle, how much it can get into you. Okay, so what we're trying to do with the rainbow dance is create a sort of a feeling of a bow on the left or the right hand side of the body, depending on which hand's above your head. So that's the side of the body that we're lengthening. Okay, so if you relax your arms now, Joe mentioned about the hip, what am I doing with the hips? So once my hand's here, once you've got this movement and you are transferring your weight, so my feet are parallel because I don't mind my feet being parallel, but if that's too uncomfortable for you, you can take them out onto the angle a little bit. No, it's soft here, yeah. Then once you've got it and you're happy that you're shifting your weight, lifting your elbow. So it's not about lifting your shoulder to connect with this side of the body, it's lifting your elbow. Then, I mean, as soon as I do that, I can feel it here. Lift your elbow and you can feel it down in the midriff. Do the other side, lift the elbow, feel it in the midriff, feel it opening here. If you then want to open it a little bit more, you can just let your weight go into your hip a little bit. And I don't want you to push your hip out, but just let your hip open. You feel that? Just be careful because that then opens up your lower back. So let's do that really slowly. Yeah, yeah, no bum sticky outy. In the thigh. So when, no? Sorry? No, but that is though. That's out beyond your leg, yeah. Yeah, so's that. Yeah, doesn't fit. So once you're here, the other lengthening that this creates, once you get to that, and I am going to tell you about this now because I'm hoping you're going to go away and do this daily with me, is, let me start again from here. So what you'll see me do sometimes, if you see me online teaching in the morning, you'll know how my back's feeling by the width of my feet. You think, oh, Den's back's all right today. Actually, no, his back's hurting. But like today, my back's actually okay. So I can quite comfortably go for quite a wide stance. And what I love to do is do this, and I sink, and this is opening all the way on the inside of my leg. And it's such a lovely opening. It really is, and it's not an area that we open enough. Okay, so you can feel, and you come back and you go down to the other side. Be careful of the knee, and you just sink. Now this is just an invitation to those of you who might feel that you can do that because you haven't got many aches or pains, or you can, and you can start to create more of a lengthening on the inside. Just be careful of the knee that you're putting the weight in. Keep your spine straight and feel that opening on the inside of the leg. And you're going to feel it right into your quad here and here. Open up. Joe, wider stance. Go for it. See what happens. Go on, Ian. Wider stance. That's it. Feel it in here? Yeah. That's it, yeah. So keep the spine, that's it, yeah. Now look to Sue. Give her poke your tongue out at her. That's it. There you go, good. Good, good. So Liz, if you're going to do that, make sure that your knees aren't too bending. You're folding in here rather than bending the knee. It actually comes from in there. That's it, yeah.
My knees are a problem.
So many. That's why I'm focusing on these so much.
I walk like that, you see. So it's really hard
Ah.
to put my legs.
Yeah,
When I do it at home and I feel you can't see.
I know now. So on the screen, I'm going to say, right, Liz. I'm going to, yeah.
I can't feel like anything, no matter how wide I go, I can't feel anything in my sides.
Yeah, well, maybe your sides are open. Maybe your sides are plenty open enough, and you've got that. It's just carry on doing it. Yeah. So lift that.
Hang on, I'm on the wrong way, aren't I?
Yes, you
So
are.
like that.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, but that makes me feel like I'm going like that.
Yeah, but you're not, because now you are, because you've just done that. So keep your spine straight. That's it. Yeah, good. Okay, so Kit, you've gone the wrong side. That's it. Yeah. So, good.
Do the whole of session 2 in your 8 o'clock session?
Yeah. Not in one go, though. It's going to take several weeks to get there. Okay, so can you feel that opening on the inside of your leg? Okay, yeah, that's quite normal as well, actually. Can you feel it in here in the quad? Yeah. You know, so this is such an area that, another area that gets locked around the hip and the pelvic area, you know, and tight, and we lose strength here, you know, and this is so close to your core that when we're relying on our balance, this is where it comes from. So if you're not strong here, you're just going to sort of lock out. We don't want to lock this knee, but by doing exercises like this, it opens up and strengthens this whole area here. Okay? So that's the rainbow dance part of it. So let's put that all together now. Okay, so but before we do, because there's a bit to remember now, I'd like you to stand in Wu Chi, and I'm going to guide you, and I would like you to see yourself doing it with your mind. So no physical action now. I'm going to talk you through it, and just picture yourself doing it, what it is you should be doing. And notice where you get stuck. Okay. So standing in Wu Chi, feet hip width, so just double check that your feet are underneath your hips. All good. Okay, so we're going to start off with, remember this is with your mind, not physically, so your hands are and the upper dantian parallel, and you're going to go into the circle, so it's the end of movement 1 you're going to do now. You're circling your hands out in front of you, down, the body waves as you come back up. You do that again, you go down, out in front of you, wave as the body comes up, and your hands go down now into movement 2, parallel with the ground. Oh, easy, don't move your hands or arms, everybody. Okay. Then slowly your arms lift. We're going to lift the sky. So gently your arms go up, and as you come back down you sink. Not your bodies, just your minds, please. Okay, next time you go up, lift the sky, lift your heels up, and sink. Once more, lift the sky with your heels, and back down normal, not sinking. Good, hands remain above the head. Spiral to the left, remember your knees, not with your body, just your minds. Center to the right, center to the left, center to the right, center, palms and fingers face upwards to the skies. Transfer your weight to the right, widen your stance. Good, as you widen your stance, you look in that direction, create your rainbow arms, Good. Then slowly bring yourself back up to the center, looking forward, arms above you. Then sink your weight down into the left. Arms look out to the right. To the center, look forward, arms up. Bow, sink to your right, look to your left. And straight up. Okay. Woo. I think everybody's like, let's do that physically now. Just a few, it's just to get the muscle memory so we remember what we're doing, because there's a lot to take on board. Okay, so down and out, nice and slowly, really slow. Keep your hands aligned with the left and right hand sides. Well done. Good, just let your hands come down, parallel, lines of tension. Good. Let your hands float up, wherever they're comfortable to. Lift the sky, sink. Lift the sky and heels, gently, sink. Twice more with the heels. Remember, exhale to release the tension in your shoulders. Good, keep your hands where they are. Gently go into the spiral, knees straight, connect from the soles of your feet right through your body. Good, back to the center, slowly, because you're going to go all the way to the other side, pivoting around the pole. You might find you can go further in one direction than the other, that's normal. Your soles of your feet shouldn't lift off the ground. Good, now back to the center. We're going to turn your fingers, they go up. Sink your weight down into the right. Pick up left heel. Widen stance. Good. Drop your arms, look to your left. Good. Center, look forward. Arms up. Sink down into your left. Good. Center. Once more each side. Sink left, right. Up. Good. With your hands up here, we're going to bring our weight back to the right and bring our foot back in. Good. Just check your feet that they're in the right position, not too narrow. Fabulous. Lower your hands. Okay, over to you, your own individual practice. Do exactly what we've just done, so that you are, and it doesn't have to be, you can just zip through it if you want to a couple of times. It's just so that you remember what's coming next, okay? So don't, no, whatever you want to do, it's absolutely fine. As long as it's down to you to remember what we're doing, because we've got another bit to add to this, and this is the hardest bit we're coming to. So I want you just to get as much as you can out of the next 5-6 minutes practicing yourselves. If you need a hand, I'll go and find somebody. Just holler. There you go. Yeah. So you're better off having your hands here rather than your shoulders up here. Okay, so If it means that your hands are lower but your shoulders are relaxed, that's where we want it to be.
Keep going to
Put your
that.
hands, put your hands up a bit more. But a bit more. That's it. That's about, I think you can go there.
Okay.
Okay. Shoulders, Sally. Shoulders relax, shoulders soften down. That's it, yeah.
When you finish doing that, and then how do you get into the next?
Things up, shift weight, whichever side you're going to go. No,
Long way.
yeah, the hands go that way.
Oh, hang on, so that leg should be straight then. No.
So if you're going to put your weight into there, yeah, and you're going to step out with that foot, your fingers point out with the leg that you've stepped out.
Okay, so it's straight then.
Yeah,
Straight leg.
they're straight leg.
Straight leg.
Yeah.
Right.
To the next movement,
Yeah.
so you've gone from spiral,
Yeah,
yeah, so fingers up,
yeah.
shift
Oh.
weight,
Then shift weight. Right, so you literally turn your hands. Okay,
yeah.
cool, got it.
Okay, so when you do that, you need to keep your weight into your left. Yeah, and then that's it. Yeah, move your hands with the movement of your foot. All right. All right. Okay. Carry on. Do that again. Good. Okay. So that, you've got more movement there, but your left hand side's tighter. Yeah. There you go.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, can you sink into your quad a little bit more? There you go. Look, turn your head, look at Sue a bit more. There you go. Good. Yeah. Okay. Sue, can you lift your elbow up? There you go. Yeah, good. You want to feel it open up here. Okay. Okay. So there's a little bit of stickiness, I'm going to call it, transitioning from this to the next part of the movement, the rainbow dance. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, it's a bit of sort of like, oh, where am I going here? So once we've done spirals, I'm going to do this super slow. Okay, so when whichever side my foot's going out, my leg's going out, that's the direction my hands are going to. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go that way. If I was to go the other side, it will be yes. Same time as your foot. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Good, good. So just get that bit now. Practice that bit now. Just that transition from here. So go with your palms parallel. Kit, I was just saying there's a little bit of stickiness going from spiraling to rainbow dance. And what it is, it's here, palms parallel depending on where they are. And then whichever side you're stepping out to is the direction your hands go to. So if I go here, that's what happens with my hands to go into the next part of the movement. And then I do the movement.
Tendency to bring my weight over instead of keeping it over here when I do.
You can, so once you've done that, you just sink into that leg, so you've got 70% weight going down there and 30% weight there. Okay, so what we're doing is just practice from here, fingers up, depending on which side you're going to go, sink your weight, then your hands and feet together foot together. Good. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The other way. Yeah.
So the heel is placed first and then come down.
When you turn, yeah. So once you pick up your heel, and you're better off putting your toe down first, then your heel. Otherwise, because your weight's over here, you're not walking forward, you're going sideways, it's going to be quite difficult to put your heel down first. I would put your balls of your feet down first when you, so from here, heel up, then I would put my toe down and heel down.
Just a minute ago, I think you put your heel down and then you went.
Oh, I think that's because I turned to my side, that's why. When I turn, I tend to turn my feet as well. Just another additional thing you can do later on. Okay, so go from here, let's do it together. Okay, fingers up. Sink weight right. Pick up your left heel. Now you're going to step out, put your ball of your foot on the ground, and then turn your fingers to the left as well. Look left, heel down. Good. Now, what's already been pointed out is that if you want to, your foot, remember what I said before, your foot doesn't have to be parallel, so sometimes you can have your foot out to pointing outwards if you want, if that's easier.
That feels better because that
Opens up.
getting more of an
Yeah.
opening when you do
Open up, yeah. Just don't go past if you're super flexible.
that.
Okay? And then the problem is with doing that is that when you come out to do the other side, you want to turn that foot as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever feels comfortable. So sometimes
But neither, they're
both right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you can leave them out. They're both right, Kit. Really, rather than turning your feet, because otherwise you're going to end up in doing your splits. Yeah. Yeah. So once they're out, you can leave them out if you want. So from here, then when you're finished and you're coming back to finish that movement, you bring your weight back. Okay? Just leave your hands here for the moment, because then we're going to bring them down. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Do you reckon you can remember it all? Yeah, we are going to do the last bit. Hungry? Yeah. So we're going to do the last bit and then we are going to break for our lunch. And that will be the end of the Qigong part. So this is the bit that it's for you to remember. And if we've got time later on this afternoon after we've been out into the park, then we might come back and revisit it a couple of times before we go home, depending on timings, okay? Don't forget that I then break this down into tiny, tiny little pieces every morning, and that's what I teach, okay, as in the morning classes. I also have this just as a movement by itself that is on a masterclass on the website too, which you can all access. Okay, so if you go onto the masterclasses, you'll see Modified Qigong there. Just go to movement 2, and I think it's a 20-minute video where I've broken it down again. Okay. So the crane soaring. I'll show you and we'll do this together. Sorry. That was from Dao Yin, Wu Dao Yin. Okay. Arms up. So this is, agree, this is where we've just finished. We've gone, yeah? It's like, hey. Okay. Turn palms outwards and just lower your shoulders. You'll be good to, you'll be going, oh, oh, oh. Okay. Important thing here is that your hands are around the height or just below your shoulders. Okay. And your arms are bent, which they all are now. Don't bring your arms down like this because then you've got nowhere else to go. So when the arms come down, keep your elbows bent. Okay, what is also handy at this stage as well is if I turn, you'll see that my hand is not in line with my body, it's just in front of that helps reduce the pressure of your shoulders too. Okay, so if your hands are out to the sides in line with your body, you're going to create tension, so bring them out forwards. Try that. Move your hands in line with your body, notice the tension, bring them in front, notice how it just reduces all that tension from here. Next thing is you're going to lengthen outwards. Now try not to lock your elbows, but what you want to do is feel as if you've got that elastic band that you're lengthening across your chest and arms. Okay, good, relax. Whew. It's difficult to concentrate here with all these birds. I'm like, sorry. That's a pterodactyl. No one looked, all right. Okay, so turn palms down. Did you? Outwards, lengthen through your fingers. You know when we do the opening and close here? Same thing here. Open up your hands, your fingers. Reach out as if you're reaching beyond. You're like a cat that's going with its claws. There you go. I can see who's got cats here, Kit. Okay, good. Now relax your arms for a moment. That's the bit with the arms. I'm not going to be that cruel with you. Now we need to learn how to bend, and this is going back to our warm-ups, which is why I wanted to stress the straight spine. So we're going to bend knees, level of toes. So look down at this stage. As you bend your knees, I would like you to sink into the quad. So this really folds here now, and let your spine, straight your spine, but you're just tilting onto the angle. Good. And now if you look, your knees, hips and shoulders, your shoulders are going to be in front of your knees, but they're going to create this triangular like shape. And then come back up with your thighs. Don't lock your knees, straighten everything at once. Let's go back down, do that again. Bend knees, level of toes. As you do, sink into your quad, engage your sit bones, straight spine, tuck your chin in. And then as you reach that triangular position, feel a lengthening as if you're lengthening through your neck and tailbone in opposite directions. Don't force it. Okay, come back up with your thighs, straighten. Okay, down again. Great. So I'd like you to partner up, don't get too close, just stand to the side, and I would like you just to ensure that your partner is creating this triangle between their knees, hips, but their spine straight. So this isn't happening, you want them to drop their chin in, so as they go down, it should be there, not as another movement. Okay, nice straight spine as best as they can, and then up again. Okay? That's what you're looking at. You're looking for this triangular shape. So one of you do the movement, the other one observe, feedback, just for a minute or two, then we'll swap. I'll tell you when to swap. If you can't see, ask your partner who's doing the movement just to hold their clothes in. With your sweatshirt, Hannah, can you just hold your sweatshirt in? That's it, yes. And then Floyd can see. Who's going first? Liz, are you doing it? Okay, so it's slightly wider stance, Liz. You've got a bit narrow. That's it. Good. So as you bend your knees, that's it. Now tilt forward with your spine. So you're tilting from your pelvis, not the everything tilts. That's better. Yeah, good. And that all happened. Yeah, keep your head straight. Your head was good. Good. So do that again a couple of times. So you got your muscle. That's it. Keep your hands there. I often do that. That helps me just to. Brilliant. Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's not usual movements that we would do on an everyday basis, but it's engaging the whole body as one. Yeah.
Well, you were sort of going a bit like that. Tiny bit curved.
Okay, so where are we? Who's doing?
She thinks I'm too.
She was curving a little.
Okay, let's have a look.
Am I supposed to put my hands in here or not? Or where?
If you want to, put your hands in here. When I teach this and when I'm practicing myself, I've always got my hands here, and I like just to feel my quaff fold, my hands disappear into my quaff. Yeah, then I know I'm doing it properly. The reason why I do that is, and I ask people to do that, is because our lower backs, so many of us, whether you've got a spinal condition or not, our lower backs tend to be like this. And this relates to this. So if I can do this, and I feel my hand sinking into this inguinal crease, either side of my pubic bone, and I'm doing that, my back's just opening, my lower back's opening.
But in the real move, it's there.
Yeah,
isn't it?
our hands
there,
won't be
aren't
here,
they?
yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, no, in the real movement, our hands are going to be to the sides first.
Side to
Yeah.
when we're going down like that.
Yeah, the crane's soaring. Okay, so if you go down, that's it. Drop your chin in a bit, Linda, that's it. And then up again with your thighs. That's fine, no, that looks okay. Go down again. Good, so try and go down as one without your knees going first and then everything following after. That's it, and up again. Once more. Good, okay. Joe. Go.
Oh, you're going to look inside. No,
That's right, you do, I'm going to move around. That's it, you dance. Good, so bend your knees a little bit more, and as you do, sink into the quad. Good. Put your hands in your quad kit. Just for the moment. Just to begin, just for this exercise, yeah. That's better. Yeah, good. Yeah, no, it's fine. That was good there, though. Yeah. Okay, so you just need to focus on your neck a little bit more, Kit. So lengthen through your neck and drop your chin in.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you.
And then come back up again with your thighs. Okay, sink again. Knees first. Fold. Right, up again. And now do it as one whole movement. So your knees fold and tilt as one. Open up your lower back, release it. There you go. Oh, yeah, man, that's about an inch you've just opened up. Brilliant. Can you feel that there where you just, just let that go here. Okay. Ian. Good, and up again. Okay, slightly wider stance. That's it. And up again. Yeah, good. And yeah, you corrected yourself with your chin, which is good. Yeah. Are we happy, ladies?
Yeah, we've
maybe just
exchanged.
a little bit of you could look at his
Cool, yeah. Good, okay, so can you, I know it's difficult with your back, but can you straighten your lower back a little bit more? Because your lower back's bending, you're bending from your lower back a little bit rather than, that's better, no, you're already there. Yeah, that's it, now it's opening rather than, okay. Put your hands here, Sue, in your inguinal creases, so when you go down, they sink into it. That's it, straight spine. That's it. Yeah, you're good. Up with your thighs. Once more, down. There's one piece. And up again. Great. Yep, you got it. Yeah, just, I know it's your back. Just when you're doing it, just bring your awareness a little bit to your lower back flattening if you can. That's it, yeah. That's where you want to be. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's great. Try not to tilt so forward. Yeah. That's me. Yeah, exactly that. And then back up with your thighs. Once more. Yeah, that's good. No, nice. Okay. Okay. So now your arms have relaxed a little bit, and we're going to use them again. So what I'm going to ask you to do now, if you just observe, and then we're going to do this together. So that exercise you've just done, partner work you've just done, that happens now as you turn your hands. Now, this is tricky for some people because tension here. Ideal. Sorry? Well, yeah, well, your hands don't move backwards. They turn, they rotate to the side. So I'm going to try and do this a couple of times. So if I turn, as I go into my triangle, can you see what my hands are doing, my arms are doing? That's the timing. Now, for some, your hands might have to go back here because you just haven't got that range of movement. Do what's comfortable for you. Don't force it by any means, okay? So if you have to do this because that's where you're comfortable, that's perfect. All right? In time, hopefully we'll be able to get it there. And your hands might not be able to turn all the way up to the sky, your palms. And again, if they can't, don't worry. But this, again, is opening up all of this shoulder space. Okay?
Going down, where's the weight of on your feet?
I would bring slightly more weight into the balls of your feet. Okay? What we don't ever really want to do is put weight into the heels. That closes up your lower spine. If you stand there now, stand normally, bring your awareness to your lower spine, your lumbar spine. Now transfer your weight to the balls of your feet. Bring your awareness to your lower spine. Now bring your weight into your heels and notice your lower spine. Feel how it closes? That's what we don't want. We want to give our spine space to open, so just that little bit more weight in the balls of the feet helps to take the pressure away from the spine. Okay, so let's do this together with the arms. Starting off from the end of the previous movement. Make sure your width of your feet's good. It's all good. Yeah. Okay. So turn your palms. Palms down. Just check that your hands are just in front of the line of your body. Have a look to left and right. Remember, you want them bent enough so you can extend through them. So bend them a little bit more, Ian. Soften your shoulders. Good. Okay, now extend outwards. You're a cat, extend through your claws. Okay, feel just a gentle lengthening across. Good. Now we're going to do the triangle and turn your palms. Hold that posture just for a second or two. Okay, come out of it when you need to. Okay, up again. And do that bit again. Just that bit here. So your palms turn with you creating the triangle. And as soon as you've done it, come back out and do that again, just so I can just have a quick look around everybody. Yeah, it's good, nice long spine. So from here, that's it, down to the sides,
Oh,
and then out.
Yeah,
Fingers, that's it, good. Now create a triangle and turn your palms. That's it. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good. Chin in just, yeah, we've done it before. I love this movement. Just a little bit. Can you do it again for me, please, mate? You've missed me, really. That's why you come back.
30 days is gone, hasn't it?
Sorry?
30 days to change my mind.
Yeah,
It's gone.
that's it.
Get my money back.
Down. Yeah, good, lovely. Okay, drop your chin in a little bit. That's it, good. No, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good timing. Okay. There's a little bit of confusion about what happens from here. So it's literally, do you agree this is where we finished up before? Yeah? Happy? Follow me. Really slow. Keep your arms nice and bent. They're out to the sides. Now lengthen outwards. Just the once, we don't do it again. Good. Now the triangle and turn. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that once more. Arms up. Good. Okay, over to you. Arms up. Do exactly as you just done without me. Down, to the sides, out. Now turn and fold. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Okay, that's. Probably. It's just additional. It's additional movement. Yeah. It's a little, I wasn't doing anything untoward. Okay. What?
So well.
Down. The reason why I do that is that there's always something have to be moving in your body when you're doing Qigong. There's always a pulse or something happening. So when I do this, and probably will happen with you when you don't have to remember the movement anymore, you're just doing it, is that you're just going to go down with this and out with this, and your body will just pulse all the time. Remember what I said earlier on, it's a constant pulsing. The pulsing happens, this movement here is that there are meridians that run down through the legs and up through the body, and each time we do this we're encouraging the flow, the pull and push of your inner ocean right through your body. Every time we do this, it's working your heart, everything. So that's why we're doing it. We're just getting your chi, your inner ocean, to move, and it's good for strength and stamina too. Okay, so from here to here, if you watch just for a moment, you're happy where we ended up, yeah? Superman or Superwoman, whichever. My dad watched a Superman cartoon thing with his little boy a couple of days ago, and Superman's now bisexual in the cartoon. Yeah, he's just bisexual now. Just thought I'd let you know. Bisexual. Just thought I'd add that in. It's really important to your Qigong, isn't it? Okay, then Superman. And here I'm still lengthening through my fingers. So just as we did here, and I turn my arms and I come back, try and be in line with your spine as best as you can. It might well float up and down, but try and be in line with your spine. At this stage, if you want to bring your arms so they're touching your body, so you've got an idea of where that is, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's do that, just that tiny little bit of movement. So up, out, triangle, turn. Superman. Hold posture. I've just called it Superman because it reminds me of Superman. Oh, I don't know. No. Okay, so please get in your Superman positions. Okay, arms down either side of your body and straight without locking your elbows, but lengthening through your fingers. Good, so we're going to add the next bit on now. Rise with your thighs, but you're not going to rise fully. So 2/3 of the way up, and as you do, you bring your hands up, halfway up your torso, but you haven't straightened the body. You're only 2/3 of the way standing up. Then you go back down to where you just came from and lengthen through your spine. So you lengthen as if your spine's been lengthened from top to bottom, either way, and through your arms and hands. Good? Okay. How's your lower back feeling? Is it being engaged? Can you feel? Okay. Lower. Out. Triangle, turn. This bit's often forgotten, this bit. We automatically go into a Superman, which we don't. We do that now. Good. 2/3 up. And back down. And when you're going back down, what you're looking to do is you're looking to lengthen your spine from top to bottom. So it's doing this, from the crown of your head to your tailbone. This. So when you're here, as you go down, it's this lengthening feeling with your spine. Okay, good. Okay, up we come. Over to you. Arms up, lower down to the sides, bent arms, extend outwards, triangle, turn palms. Nice and slowly. Good. Arms either side of your body, Superman. Up 2/3 with your arms halfway up your torso, then back down, lengthen through your spine, top and bottom. Excellent. Brilliant. Okay. I knew this was going to be a tiring day today. We're nearly there. Bird's beaks. Bird's beaks is you connecting all your meridians together that run through your fingers. So it's your thumb meets all your 4 fingers. Both hands. And try and be meticulous with this because quite often your poor little finger gets left out. So make sure that touches your thumb too. And what you might well feel is that you've got this sort of hole in Lao Gong here, which is really important. Okay? Good. So when you're here in Superman and you come back up, palms are still open, fingers are open, you go back down, lengthen through your spine. Now, bird's beaks. And your beaks are pointing upwards. They're pointing up-ish to the skies. And this time I'm going to rise for the final time. And where you can, you bring your bird's beaks pointing into your armpits. If you can, your bird's beaks point into your armpits, you slowly stand, and as your hands come through the armpits, they open, turn, present your palms as if you're releasing, you're letting go. This is a leading and guiding exercise. You're leading and guiding all the gunk and junk you don't want anymore. Okay? Turn palms, out, down. Okay, so in a minute, each one of you will stand here and teach the other class. No, joking. Okay. Up, down. Slowly, let's do this really slowly together. Out. Good. Triangle, turn your palms up, touching in a little. Good. Superman. 2/3 up, hands up. Back down, lengthen spine. Bird's beaks, pointing upwards. Good. Slowly start to stand. Draw your bird's beaks into the armpit. Open hands. Keep standing. Present your palms. Good. Now here, just a little detail, but if you can, create, your fingers are pointing upwards just to create those lines of tension, all the better. Then turn your palms down, out, sides, and down again. What, from here? That's it. Nearly there. That's movement 2 done. Okay, so you can have your lunch. I know you're rubbing your belly, Joe. You're really hungry. Okay. So, over to you. Just this movement. Arms up. Your practice. In your own time. No rush, but finish the one that you're on. Whichever one you're on, just finish off. Palms down, palms out, palms down, just let them float. That then takes us into the next one. Yeah, that's just the transition to the next one. Now, I just want to remind you of that now, because it's, like I said before, it's often a transition. So well done, because more often than not, what happens is with this movement, so just something to be aware of, is this. Okay, it's not that, it's this. Okay, so turn your hands out here, then bring it. All of you did that correctly, but what quite often happens when you go away and you practice this, you forget this part and you go straight to here, the Superman. Don't forget to turn. Yeah, yeah. Time it. Yeah. So let's do that all together. Wuchi. Movement 1. Compressing the 3 pearls. Turn your palm. Lower dantian. Middle dantian. Upper dantian. Microcosmic orbit. Good. Into movement 2. Turn palms. Lifting the sky. So bring your hands just above your head, keep them facing upwards. Good. Spiraling the body. Gently. Knees. Good. Center. Palms turn up. Sink weight left. Right foot out. Rainbow dance. Center. 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 Good. Next time, center, bring your foot back with you. Turn palms and out. Triangle, turn palms up. Good. Superman. 2/3 up and down. Bird's beaks. In through the armpit and release and open. Palms face down, palms face out, palms face down. Well done. So we will put the breathing and everything into it. Don't worry about that. Just want you to get the mechanics of everything going on first. And as Kit said, she's very right. When the breathing gets in for some, it's easier to remember which stages to do it. But I don't want to confuse you with added breath at the moment. Okay, just make sure you are breathing. Okay. Happy? Okay. I don't expect you to remember all of that now immediately. That's why I'm recording it. That's why there's videos online so you can go back and that's why I'm teaching it live online every day. So there are lots of opportunities for you to remember it. Okay? Good, good. Let's
How many more movements after this?
how many more? There's 9 in total.
Where are we?
Dos.
We're 2.
Only 2. Let's close out together.
So when you do the whole movement, how long would it take?
The whole form,
The whole form?
it can take as long as you want it to, but I love 20 minutes is
20
just,
minutes of the grind.
yeah, it's only 20 minutes. It seems a lot when I break it down and teach it like that, but I just want you to get it all right. So
Not 7 more.
month 12, everyone stands here and presents their own form. Okay. Narrow stance, let's close together. So nice long extended inhale. Extended exhale, down periscope, sink your mind to your lower dantian. Again. Interlock your thumbs. Sink your awareness down into your lower dantian. Anchor. Thank you. Good, good. So half an hour for lunch, and we will then go out into the park at past. So yeah, the wind's getting up a bit cooler, so dress appropriately for being out out in nature. Okay. Okay, mate.
Yeah.
So you can come. Well, do you want to come with us
Yeah,
and
no.
leave?
Well,
We've still got an hour and a half, haven't you? Yeah, yeah. Well, you can come with it. You can.
I'll have an hour, won't I?
Yeah, you can make your own way back at
I'll come
3:30.
back in a
Yeah.
bit.